And I think boys in particular can get hung up. It's kind of like, remember we talked about when they're learning how to read and what they can read is here, but what they can understand is up here. So when you're still struggling with the mechanics of writing, that can really stifle the storytelling and the pouring out of stuff. And that's the fun part of writing. You know, when you're writing, when you're creating something, when you're unspooling a story, or you're sharing your thoughts, or you're building, you know, an opinion piece, an essay. So when I started, I did a lot of what you talked about, dictating. Because what they were capable of expressing was not at all what they were capable of writing. My 13-year-old is finally starting to make a leap where it's sort of evening out that he can write out what he's thinking. But even a year ago, if you had asked him and said, Nathan, write me a one-page paper on muskie fishing in Wisconsin in the spring, okay? You would probably get something that would have horrendous spelling errors, would be very messy, it would be so incredibly simplistic. It would be like, muskies are good in spring, you know, use lures, and seriously, that would be about it. But if you would talk to this kid, he can go in such depth and tell you exactly what kind of stuff to use and what's going on in the lake and why it's different. Well, that's writing. He's doing it in his head, but that's writing. And so what I would do is I would give him a chance to talk it. And I would sit at the computer and I would take dictation. When he was much younger, he was elected, reporter for his 4-H club. So he didn't have the physical skills to do it yet, but he would dictate it and I would type it. And he did a really, really great job. He had the mental capability to do the writing, he just didn't have the physical skills yet. So I'm not saying don't work on the physical skills, but do what you can to separate them out for your sons while they're catching up. Another thing is to think of fun and low-key ways to do writing. Making lists counts, right? You know, you have a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old, right? So you're about getting to that they want to eat a lot kind of stage in life. Yeah. You know, mine will go, there's nothing to eat here. Yes. Put some things on the grocery list. I mean, it's helping with writing. Another one, journaling. Boys are actually more open to journaling now, partly because of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, right? So last summer, I just got everybody, you know, a separate little notebook, you know, the cheapy ones, and I said, okay, you know, you're going to have a journal. And it didn't last all summer, I'll be completely honest. But for those first couple days, they were really excited about it. And I actually took a picture because it was all 4 of my boys sitting at the kitchen table writing. And it looked